Hey Brad, if you have any complaints, just say them clearly to me.
What are you talking about? Don't send me random texts out of nowhere.
Random texts? Brad, I've been trying to talk to you for days. You walk past me like I'm invisible. You don't respond when I ask how your day was. What's random about wanting to communicate with my own husband?
I'm different from you. I'm working hard, sweating for my job. Unlike you, who just sits around acting high and mighty at your company.
What? I don't do that. Do you have any idea what running a company actually involves? I'm up until 2 a.m. reviewing contracts, handling client complaints, managing budgets.
Isn't sitting around acting important what being a CEO is all about?
That's not what it's like at all. Sure, I'm called CEO, but we don't have many employees, and we all work together to keep the company running. Don't talk about it like that. I'm telling you that I'm not some corporate executive lounging in a corner office.
Okay, I get it. So what do you want?
Don't give me what do you want. Why do you keep ignoring me completely? We used to talk for hours about everything. Now I can't even get a good morning from you.
Ignoring? I'm not doing anything like that.
Don't lie to me. Then why won't you answer any of my questions? Yesterday, I asked if you wanted me to pick up dinner. You didn't even look up from your phone. Last week, I tried to tell you about my day and you just walked away mid-sentence. No matter what I ask, you never respond and you never come out of your room. What's the point of being married and living together if this is how it's going to be?
We don't need to be all lovey-dovey all the time. We've been dating since college, so getting married doesn't have to change our relationship. Besides, I'm the type who needs alone time, so don't complain when I want to be by myself in my room.
Alone time is one thing, Brad. Complete isolation is another. It's different. But when we were dating, we could have normal conversations. This level of silence is completely abnormal.
This is such a pain. We're married now, so isn't it fine? We're going to be together forever anyway, so I think maintaining some distance is important.
But ignoring me is still wrong.
Yeah, I'll have proper conversations when I feel like it.
When you feel like it? I'm your wife, not some acquaintance you chat with when convenient. What happened to you? Why did you change so much? Before we got married, we could get along normally.
This is normal for me. You just misunderstood who I was, didn't you?
No, that can't be. The Brad I fell in love with actually cared about my thoughts and feelings. He would stay up late listening to me worry about business decisions.
Anyway, don't contact me about stupid stuff like this anymore. I'm busy working. Got it?
All right, I understand. CEO, how's married life going? What's with calling me CEO? You've never called me like that at work. Why not? You are the CEO of our company, so I should address you properly. We're not at work now, so we can just talk as friends. Besides, you used to call me normally. Why suddenly start with CEO? Sorry, I was just joking. I felt embarrassed asking about your married life so formally. Then you didn't have to ask. But it's two college friends who got married. Of course I'm curious. You seemed really off lately at work. I keep catching you staring at your phone during meetings. I guess that makes sense. So how is it? The honeymoon phase still going strong? Honestly, it's pretty rough. Huh? Aren't you happy? Wait, what do you mean rough? Like adjustment issues or something more serious? To be honest, I'm not happy at all. He keeps ignoring everything I say. Ignoring you? What do you mean? Did you two have a fight? Not at all. He suddenly started ignoring me right after the wedding ceremony. It's like he became a completely different person the moment we got back home. That's so weird. Maybe something happened at the wedding? I don't recall doing anything wrong. He seemed to be enjoying himself during the ceremony. His parents were so happy. My parents loved him. Everyone was celebrating. I keep replaying that day in my head, trying to figure out what went wrong. Then what could it be? This doesn't sound like normal newlywed adjustments. Honestly, his mental state was a bit unstable even before we got married. What do you mean? Like anxiety or depression? You know how tough Brad's job hunting was, right? Yeah, he got rejected by tons of companies. I was lucky that you created a company and hired me. But if I had gone through proper job hunting, I might have ended up in the same situation. The job market was brutal that year. Remember how stressed we all were? He was really pushed to his limit. He finally found work, but it wasn't in the industry he wanted. And even now, his job seems really difficult, so he might be taking out his frustration on me. So he's ignoring you because of that? That's just taking it out on you, isn't it? Yeah, but I can see he's having a hard time, so I haven't been able to confront him about it lately. I keep thinking maybe if I'm patient enough, he'll work through whatever he's dealing with. But it's been a month now, and things are only getting worse. So you were more direct at first? Of course, but instead of improving, it felt like the gap between us got even wider. Every time I tried to address it, he'd get more defensive and withdraw even more. I see. So now you're just leaving him alone? Yeah, I'm hoping that someday he'll go back to treating me like before. But honestly, I'm starting to wonder if the person I married was ever real. But you can't just leave things like this, right? This isn't sustainable. Of course not. I'm thinking of various strategies. Hopefully something will work. This sounds really tough. Well, if anything happens, talk to me. I can at least listen to you vent. Thanks, I will. I really appreciate having you to talk to about this. Hey, what is this supposed to mean?
Hey, I told you not to contact me randomly.
I know, so I haven't contacted you no matter how much you ignored me. But I had to contact you about something important now.
So what is it?
Your company called me. They said you haven't been coming to work at all. You've been absent without notice for a whole week. They called to ask if you're quitting and want a proper notice. A week, Brad! Your supervisor sounded completely confused.
Why did they contact you?
You listed my cell phone as your emergency contact when you started, didn't you? That's why they called me. Imagine how embarrassing it was for me to find out from your boss that my husband has been lying to me. I've been watching you get dressed for work every morning thinking you were actually going.
Damn busybodies.
What are you angry about? You're a working adult, aren't you? Aren't you ashamed of being absent without notice? Where have you been going every day if not to work? Have you been wandering around the city pretending to have a job?
Shut up! I never wanted to work at that company in the first place!
Then you should clearly tell them you're quitting. And you need to apologize for being absent without notice. This is basic adult responsibility, Brad.
Like hell I'll do that. You go tell them I'm quitting.
What? I'm not your secretary or anything. Are you seriously asking me to clean up your mess because you're too cowardly to face them?
I married you, so you should at least do that much.
I married you? What kind of way is that to put it?
I was only dating you for fun in the first place.
What? Then why did you marry me? You said you wanted to build a life with me.
I got married because my parents were nagging me, and I'm not interested in you.
What do you mean?
Mom kept bugging me to marry you, so I just did it for her.
Your mother was definitely happy about our marriage, but why are you saying this now?
Because you're saying stupid things, acting like a wife. You're seriously annoying.
I am your wife, so of course. What did you expect when you married me? That nothing would change? That I'd just be some roommate who happens to share your bed?
Shut up. From now on, don't talk to me about anything. Don't get involved with me.
I can't do that. We're married and we need to work together and cooperate from here on. I've been watching over you and considering your feelings until now, but that's not going to work anymore. I've spent 9 months tiptoeing around your moods, making excuses for your behavior. It's fine if you want to quit, but you need to properly look for a new job. I want regular reports on what you're doing.
Ah, I don't need to do that for you.
I don't know what your parents told you, but I married you. As a married couple, we need to support each other financially.
We don't need to do that, do we? You're the one making money.
If you're going to rely on my income, then you need to properly handle the housework.
Why do I have to do that?
Because that's how married couples help each other. If one person works, the other contributes in different ways.
God, you're seriously annoying.
I'm not saying anything wrong.
You're so annoying. Don't talk to me. If you have a problem, let's get divorced.
Divorced? Are you serious about that? You're throwing away our entire relationship because I asked you to be a responsible adult?
Yeah, of course. Like I keep saying, I only married you because my parents were nagging me. I never had any feelings for you from the start.
How can you say something like that? Do you know how much I cared about you? I defended you to everyone who said you were going through a rough patch.
That's gross, so stop it, okay? I don't want to think about you even for a second. So never talk to me again, got it?
So that's your true feelings.
That's right, I don't even want to hear your voice.
Fine, I won't talk to you.
Good.
I don't care what happens to you anymore.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Huh? What? Didn't you tell me not to talk to you? I've been respecting your wishes for a whole month. What's the emergency now?
Shut up, this isn't the time for that. I noticed you were gone and all the furniture disappeared too. Then I found divorce papers on the table.
Oh, that. Please sign it properly and submit it to the City Hall. As you can see, I've already filled out my part.
So you took all the furniture too?
That's right. The movers came when you weren't there and took everything.
You deliberately waited until I wasn't here!
There's no way I could do that on purpose. I had no contact with you, so I had no idea what you were doing. It just happened to work out that way, but it was lucky because we didn't have to have any unnecessary interactions.
What about this apartment?
What about it? If you want to keep living here, you can pay the rent yourself. If you can't, just cancel the lease.
Don't be ridiculous! There's no way I can afford the rent!
That's right. We originally agreed to split it, but since you quit your job, I paid the full amount last month. It would be tough for an unemployed person like you to pay this rent. Maybe you should have thought about that before deciding marriage was too much work.
Don't give me that attitude. Moving out takes time, even if I cancel the lease. Why did you just leave the house without saying anything?
You're the one who told me not to talk to you. Why should I be getting yelled at? You said never to contact you about anything, remember? You were very clear that you didn't want to hear my voice.
Yeah, I said don't talk to me, but something this important.
I think all conversations between married couples are important. But you rejected that, didn't you? So I wouldn't discuss divorce with you either. That's what you wanted.
Ah, what a pain in the ass.
Well, go ahead and move or whatever, and from now on, earn money and live on your own.
I'm not hurt by you divorcing me anyway.
What do you mean?
When you get divorced, you have to divide assets, right? Half of the money you've earned as CEO belongs to me, so I don't need to work anymore.
Ah, I see. So that's why you were so confident about divorce.
Exactly! So I'll go submit these divorce papers and get money from you!
You're seriously rotten to the core.
You really did me dirty!
Now what? Why are you angry?
Your lawyer came earlier and we had a discussion.
Right, that was today, wasn't it? Do you have some complaint about that?
Of course I do. The asset division amount is way too small. You said your company makes millions in sales.
That's right. That's not wrong.
Then why? Where's all the money?
This year, we made a lot of investments. Looking ahead to the future, we hired employees and entered new business ventures. So, while our sales were the same as usual, our expenses were also high this year. After paying employee salaries and other costs, not much actually came into my pocket.
You're lying. You're saying that because you don't want to pay me.
I properly showed my bank statements and everything to the lawyer. If you don't believe it, want me to show you the evidence? Tax returns, profit and loss statements, bank records. It's all there.
But you should have tons of savings. Half of that should be mine too.
What are you talking about? Those savings are from my earnings up until last year, meaning from before I married you. Why would I have to give that to you?
So the asset division really is just that amount?
That's right. Well, you can probably live without working for about a month. Use that time to properly look for your next job.
No way! This can't be right!
By the way, I'm also going to claim alimony from you. You should find work quickly.
What? Alimony?
Of course, you ignored me completely after our wedding ceremony. Since that's what caused our divorce, you have an obligation to pay alimony.
No, that's impossible. I thought I was getting money from you.
It would be impossible if you stay unemployed. That's why I'm telling you to work.
Wait, please, anything but that!
No way. Why should I listen to your requests? You certainly never listen to any of mine. Next time I'll have my lawyer discuss the alimony with you, so don't try to resist pointlessly. I don't want to waste time on someone like you.
Caroline, I have a favor to ask.
What?
Could you tell Amy to forget about the alimony?
Huh? What are you talking about out of nowhere? Why would you even think I'd help you with that?
I'm going through divorce proceedings with Amy right now, and she's trying to get alimony from me. I can't pay that, so I'm asking her to stop, but she won't listen at all. So could you say something to her as her best friend?
If I were to say anything to Amy, it would be to go after you thoroughly. So I can't grant your request. Actually, I'm impressed she's being this strategic about it.
Why? We've been friends since college, haven't we?
That's right, but Amy is still a precious friend to me. And she's become someone I respect more than anyone. Amy as a CEO is truly amazing. I feel bad even talking to her as an equal. I will never forgive you for hurting such a precious Amy.
I mean, we're married, so there are various issues. It's true, I went silent and ignored her, but she had her bad points too.
What's that supposed to mean? Don't you know that Amy was working hard for your sake?
There's no way she was doing anything like that.
She was. She noticed you weren't doing well at your previous company, so she was planning to hire you at her own company.
What? Really?
Yes, she said you're suited for active work, so she wanted you to do what you love at her company and get back to your energetic self. That's why she was working without sleep to expand the company.
So that's why she was making all those investments.
Exactly. Everything she did was for your sake. But you kept sulking and taking out your frustration on Amy just because your job hunting didn't go well. I'll tell you this. I was hoping Amy would leave you partway through. I'm annoyed that you're the one who brought up divorce. But, as her friend, I'm grateful you divorced her. I truly thank you for that.
The divorce is fine, but just the alimony?
No way! Pay it properly! You need to atone for what you did. So don't contact me anymore. I'm incredibly busy with work and can't deal with you. And the same goes for CEO Amy. Stop whining and pay the alimony. Hey Brad, this month's alimony payment hasn't come through. What are you doing?
Shut up! I'm barely keeping up with daily life. Don't complain just because the alimony payment's a little late.
What are you being defiant about? You promised to pay, so do it properly. I don't expect sincerity from you, but you should at least keep your promises or you'll become a complete failure as a person.
I don't care what you think of me. I'm struggling just with rent and living expenses.
Wait a minute. If life is that hard, why don't you just go back to your parents' house? Since you're unemployed, you could look for work near your family home. Why are you living alone when you don't have money? Surely they'd help their son get back on his feet.
It's your fault. I don't want to be doing this either.
Huh? How was it my fault? Stop blaming everything on other people.
It really is your fault.
How so?
You contacted my mother when we got divorced, didn't you?
Yes, of course I did. Your mother had been so good to me, and we had a friendship-like relationship. So when we divorced, I explained the situation from my side. I figured you'd probably make me out to be the bad guy.
That's why my mother got furious with me.
I see. Your mother did cry and say she was sad when I explained what happened.
Mom had been strongly asking me to marry you. She said there was no one as capable and kind-hearted as you.
I see. So that's why she wanted you to marry me.
When she found out the divorce was my fault, she was incredibly angry.
So that's why you can't go back home.
She was also angry that I quit my job without permission.
Ah, your mother didn't know about that either. She was very surprised when I told her.
She said she doesn't need an unemployed son at my age in the family. Honestly, we're practically estranged now, so I can't go back home.
I see. So when will you pay the alimony? Your family situation doesn't change your legal obligations.
That's why I'm saying I'll pay when my life stabilizes.
And when will that be? Have you found a proper job? What exactly have you been doing with all this free time?
Well, actually no one will hire me, so I'm doing delivery work to barely make ends meet.
I see. Then you need to either find a job quickly or make enough from delivery work.
I know that without you telling me.
If you keep me waiting too long, I'll have to take legal action.
Legal action? What do you mean?
Forced execution. I'll sue you in court to force you to pay the alimony.
What happens if that's approved?
Well, they'll seize your assets and generate money to pay me the alimony.
No! Wait, please don't do that to me!
Unfortunately, if you don't pay the alimony, I'll do it without mercy. I gave you multiple chances to handle this responsibly. But you seem to think you can just ignore court orders whenever convenient.
Don't say that! We were married at one point, weren't we?
That's right, but you ignored every word I said as your wife. Why should I show you consideration you never showed me?
I'm sorry about that!
Don't apologize. I plan to ignore everything you say, too.
What? That's terrible!
What are you talking about? We're even now, aren't we? I won't listen to anything you say. Just experience the pain of having all your words ignored, no matter how much you try to communicate. After that, Brad worked delivery jobs, even cutting into his sleep time. Because of this, he couldn't do job hunting anymore, but he had no choice to make a living. And while he's somehow managing to survive now, his irregular lifestyle has completely destroyed his health. Yet, he can't afford to go to the hospital and is just constantly buried in work. As for me, I moved to a new apartment and started a new life. Without the unnecessary stress of having Brad at home, I'm in the best mental state and can work at full capacity. While I became single after the divorce, I have the support of Caroline and all my employees, so I don't feel lonely at all. I am so happy now that I think I should have divorced him sooner instead of enduring it. I'm living an incredibly fulfilling life every day.